And we're back with the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC. The show is being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next door to us. Fearless Social, proudly supporting Ofra, Boys and Girls Club, UCAN, and the Bread Shed. For more details on Fearless Social, follow Dr. Ben Atkins on Facebook. And Poplar, Bluff Drywall, commercial and residential. Give them a call at 714-3127. Poplar, Bluff Drywall, we rock. And remember, you can check out the Screen Team on the World Wide Web at screenteampb.com. We've got Sabrina J. and Jim Hoyt on the show today talking about some movies. And Jim, before we get into our next movie, wanted to quickly mention that you've got a new business adventure, right?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, we have a mobile food kitchen. It's a little restaurant called the Lemonade House Grill. Mm-hmm. And it's out on Barron Road, 2773 Barron Road. It sits in the parking lot of KOKS Radio, that Christian radio station out there, right
Great
next
station.
to right next to Municipal Utilities and the firehouse. And we're there Monday through Friday, 11 to 6.
What's your bragging? What's the number one thing?
Well, lemonade is kind of what put us on the map.
Yeah.
So we have 22 flavors of fresh squeezed lemonade.
22 flavors
Oh,
of
my
lemonade?
goodness.
Yeah, anything from pomegranate to cranberry to blackberry to blueberry
Wow.
to mixed berry to raspberry to strawberry to peach to mango.
Oh, my goodness. I had no
Huckleberry.
idea.
Yeah, we have huckleberry. We have a guava right now. We currently have one called tiki lemonade. That's guava with pineapple. And
Wow.
yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
That's kind of what is the draw. We sell about 150 lemonades every day.
That's great.
So
And-
when can one visit the lemonade stand?
11 to 6. 11 to 6 Monday through Friday. Most Saturdays 12 to 4. Sometimes we just want to take it
cool.
off. But we have gourmet burgers, gourmet sandwiches,
Yeah.
gourmet dogs.
We had some friends talking about some of the burgers you guys had there, and they said it was,
Our burgers are taking off.
said it was amazing.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd be a burger joint, but I mean that's fine. What makes us different is they're unique. And we have like a Maui burger that has fresh pineapple on it, grilled pineapple. And
Have you done one with peanut butter yet?
Not yet.
Remember that place we went to
Let's
in
not
Washington?
talk about You
Oh,
don't
it
put
was
peanut butter on a
Elvis?
hamburger.
It was-
Elvis.
Oh, it was not happy. We just couldn't bring ourselves to order it, but apparently it was pretty popular.
We might not do that, but we have one that has cream cheese and green olives. We call it the East Lansing burger. It's
Nice.
influence. That's what they are. They're all influenced from different cities around the United States.
And you were from the Michigan area,
I'm
right?
from Michigan, so we have one Michigan burger. But we also have some from Texas. We have an El Paso
Oh, nice.
burger.
Nice,
And-
man. That's
yeah.
cool. A lot of
It's
variety.
fun.
A lot of variety.
A lot of
That's
variety.
neat.
A lot of fun, too.
Our next film we're going to review is called The Village, and this movie came out almost a decade ago, back in 2004. It's a thriller. It was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it stars Bryce Dallas Howard, Joaquin Phoenix, and Adrian Brody. Why The Village, Jim?
Well, M. Night has always fascinated me. The Sixth Sense and Signs, and now this one, and Lady in the Water. He's always been the master of taking something that really, at the core, isn't really a scary movie. I mean, but through editing and music and lighting, I mean, there's so many dark, spooky things about this movie in particular that.
Yeah.
But it's really. I know you described it as a thriller, but it really isn't a horror movie or a scary movie. It's a fascinating tale that. I surely wouldn't call it one of my favorite movies. I just love the concept without giving away the twist, because there's
Which is kind
a
of
major
hard, yeah.
twist. But you know what? That's okay. I think most people kind of know the story. But we shelter our kids, and we got Luke's in here behind us, and you shelter him, and you will all his life probably. But to what degree do we shelter our children? Can we push it past the too much sheltering, where they're where it actually
Creates a false environment.
Creates a false, so when they see the reality of the environment that they live in, it actually is detrimental to them. It hurts them.
Yeah.
And they actually can be destroyed because of your sheltering.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what we see in this movie. So that's definitely
It's
not
like
a horror
helicopter parenting to an extreme.
And the fascinating thing is they use horror to scare their kids into behaving.
Yeah.
Nightmarish tales.
It is a very twisted and bizarre concept, but it makes sense and it does work. Unfortunately, I think the more we shelter and the more we push kids, especially, into a corner, the more they're curious and wondering what's out there.
Someone's always going to end
What's
up asking
beyond?
why.
Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix does that.
Yeah.
He approaches the council or whatever they call him, says, I want to go, I'll risk my life to go through those woods, to go to a neighboring city, because I want to do that for our village.
To what purpose was that? Was to get medicine?
To get medicine, yeah. To save lives,
yeah.
But because they had a baby movie opens with a child dying. And so, I don't know. Before we went on the air, I was talking about the Truman Show, and it kind of reminds me of the Truman Show where we create this perfect environment and we plop someone down into an unorganic, destiny. Like you're determining their destiny.
By limiting their access.
Exactly right. And it leaves them longing to find out what's out there.
It's like I would compare it to having a child or a family member or someone in your care that you blindfold to the point where they've never known life without the blindfold.
Right.
And there's a lot of comparative things to there's individual stories, where someone puts somebody in a cage and they grow up knowing that that's where they live and not ever realizing there's a world outside the door.
And the crazy thing is once they're outside it, they miss the cage.
It's like people from prison.
Exactly.
They're going to get back in prison, man.
You said that about blindfolding. One of the main characters in this, Adrian Brody or whatever the young lady's name is blind. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if M. Night's point was, because I don't think in real life she's blind.
No, she's not.
And so I wonder if it was a symbolic thing to say, I'm gonna make the lead character blind.
Yeah.
To kind of be symbolic to the blindness that all these characters have, to life. So, I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's fascinating.
This is a great film. I loved this film the first time I saw it, and I know critically it didn't do very well with a lot of the national critics, and it seems like M. Night Shyamalan's movies have not been doing very well critically.
Hard to beat Sixth Sense.
It is.
When you come out of the box with something like that.
Yeah. But one of the things I loved about this film was the main character, or at least one of the main characters, Bryce Dallas Howard. I thought her performance as one of the blind villagers was incredible.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah, that's Ron Howard's daughter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
And she's been doing a lot of other stuff since then, but I thought her performance was amazing. And another one of the things I really loved about this film was, I guess, the twist. I never, ever guessed the twist.
It caught me off guard.
Did it really?
I'm not saying it took my breath away, but my goodness, it shocked me.
I felt pretty special because usually I don't guess the twist very often. So when I was like, this is what's going to happen, I was like, yeah.
You guessed the twist?
Yeah. I was like, I'm the smartest man alive.
That is yeah, in this instance, but that is really amazing because the twist on this one was so secretive, so shocking that even the dates. If you look at the very beginning, I don't want to give. Who cares? I mean, I guess we can give away the twist. But even right at the very beginning of the movie, they show that tombstone where that child died, and it said 1891 or whatever.
Right.
All these kids thought they were living in the 1890s.
Yep.
Just really fascinating.
Sabrina, are you a fan of this film?
I am, to the point that I would watch it if it came on cable and I was, I need to see that again. I don't own it, considering the library of thrillers and things like that kind of movie. It's right up my alley.
Yeah. And
I would never miss anything that he put out. But, I'd add it to my Netflix file or something like that.
Grade? If I was going to grade this, I would say I think the concept's probably a B+, but I think the movie's probably about a B-.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would go with that. Yeah.
It's good. We're definitely worth watching.
I wouldn't put it on at Thanksgiving.
I wouldn't either.
Grandma and Grandpa probably aren't going to appreciate it.
Don't wear red.
I do believe the film is rated R, as Sabrina was kind of hinting to, so just keep that in mind. It's called The Village, came out in 2004. Our next film we're going to review is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. That's next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.